Today's tribal council was crazy, to say the least. I feel really bad about Grant.
Okay, yeah. A quick post-tribal. Tonight was a little crazy. Grant, the last vote, is just like, I'm done. Which, like, all respect to him, and I understand that it was probably a really difficult decision.
I don't know if Grant saved me tonight or not. No one has any way of knowing.
I would have voted Sophia, and we came to that conclusion through eye contact in the middle of tribal. Once she started talking, it was just like, yeah. Like I was decided on Simone, and then Sophia started talking, it was like...
It makes me sick that we don't know the votes from tonight, because I needed to know if Lainey and Nora were going to vote for me.
Yeah, we didn't see anyone's vote, which is crazy, so who knows what really went down. But I can assume it was all Sophia.
Okay, I'm gonna sound so mean. I feel like Sophia is the new Elise.
Lainey was wilding during tribal today. Well, she got the necklace on, so I guess she could say whatever she wants.
I still want Simone and Odie both on the jury by the end, because I think they're too dangerous if one of them is still left in the game.
Hi, I'm still here. Surprisingly so, I am still in this. I am a survivor.
Another day, another survivor. So, what are we on? I think we're on like week 7 now. I don't really know. I'm basically retired from life for real. That sounded crazy. I'm retired from school.
I fully expected to go home last tribal. I was just like kind of letting go on what I said during the tribal, which dangerous play, but I thought I was going home.
Can't lie. Last week, Grant leaving, that kind of caught me off guard. I was planning to get Sophia out, if I'm being honest, but
when Grant took himself out of the game, that then let me stay another day. So I'm trying to use that little blessing and go with it.
my plans at the moment, Simone and Elise. I know it's crazy, but I feel as though Simone and Elise, although Simone's betrayed me multiple times, and Elise has always felt a little shady, I feel like they're the ones that might really have my back overall.
I don't trust anybody in this game anymore except Odie. I would love to trust Sophia, and I think I do. I think the only reason that I trust her is because she knows that out of everybody here, I'm her best bet.
Originally, I was considering Lainey and Nora, but Lainey kind of confirmed last week, she cannot be trusted. Why did I hear that she was trying to vote Simone after I specifically told her that I didn't want to vote Simone yet?
Hopefully I can maybe convince some people to change and not vote on me. I know that Odie was pretty mad at Lainey because she tried to put Simone's name out there. That gives me kind of a way to go in there and be like, hey, we both love Simone. Want to vote with me again instead of against me?
So, I hope whatever I have to do in this week, in the coming days, Lainey and them don't hold it against me because they show where they stand. And I'm gonna have to choose where I stand.
We're rocking with 6 people at this point, which is not a lot. So immunity today is super important. In terms of like my own alliances and stuff, I mean, The only person I'm still really close with is Lainey. I was for a while rocking with the idea of getting her out. Is that gonna happen? Probably not. The more I've like thought about it, and also the more time I've spent with her, I don't know if I can like be the one to convince everyone to boot her out.
Going into the challenge, I really want to get out someone who's like a good player, because I feel like it's time that I can actually, I actually care who gets out more, because it's closer to the end.
It just seems like Elise isn't an option to anyone anymore. People keep saying, people being me, that they want Elise in the final 3 for the sake of jury, but at this point, like, why wouldn't jury vote for Elise? Like, you know, she's played a very transparent game.
I really want to win the immunity necklace to have that on my resume, and so I can chill and maybe be a little bit more decisive and vocal about what I want for tonight, because I can't get out.
Come on in, guys. And just like that, we have final 6. And it's crazy. We started with 3 tribes of 6, and now we're down to our last 6 contestants. And even funnier, we've got an equal amount from the starting 3 tribes. From Matau, the once very dominant tribe, we've got Lainey and Nora. From Maui, the tribe that didn't get off to the greatest start, we've got Simone and Sophia. And from Loma, who's sort of in the middle, we've got Elise and Odie. Sophia, how are you feeling walking into week 7 of Survivor Santa Clara?
Worried.
Worried, elaborate.
Well, I mean, I probably wasn't supposed to be here, but Grant took himself out for understandable reasons. I almost did the same. So I am. So I'm gonna try to use that to the best of my ability and just enjoy the time I have here.
Lainey, you're coming off your 2nd individual immunity win. How important do you feel it is for you to wear that necklace after today's challenge?
Very. I think I'm definitely one of the #1 threats, so I gotta get that, or else I'm probably gonna go home.
Who agrees with Lainey? Who thinks they're gonna need immunity today? Who feels determined for that immunity? Odie, Simone, Elise, Sophia. Okay, just about everybody. So let's get right to it. First things first, gonna need the necklace back. All right, thank you, Lainey. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. In today's challenge, you're gonna be competing in a Survivor Santa Clara Classic. You'll be balancing a very small ball on top of a beam, a curved beam that you'll carry with both hands. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Balance as long as you can and get that ball. If it falls off, then you're out. Whoever can last the longest wins individual immunity, safe from the vote tonight. Guaranteed a 1 in 5 shot at becoming the sole survivor for season 3 of Survivor Santa Clara. For the rest of you, you'll be vulnerable at tonight's vote, where one of you will be going home tonight. No shot at the title. All right, I'll give you a minute and we'll get right to it. Okay, survivors, place your balls on your bows. And once everybody has got their balls on their bows, bound to start, our challenge will begin. It is a windy day, so we'll see how that goes. Looks like everybody has a good position and this challenge is on. Starting from now, if your ball falls off your bow, you're out. This challenge is all about focus and endurance. Focus on that ball. Make sure that it stays right there. Elise with some movement on her end. If the ball moves, it's not the end of the world. Pretty large beam, but all matters about how you recover. Elise recovering nicely, getting that ball back to the center position. Everybody else seems to be solid in the opening seconds of this challenge. Everyone here knows that this challenge is essential for them to move on to the next step of the game. Only a couple of votes left, and you want to make sure that you're going to be safe for at least this one coming up, or else it could be you. All right, 1 minute left until we move on to the beams. It's sure to be a lot more difficult. But in this first stage, looks like everybody's doing good. We'll see if that lasts when they're up on the beams. Oh, and out of nowhere, Nora loses it. First one eliminated from this challenge. All right, it has been 5 minutes. You can take your balls down and we will transition onto the balance beams. We're going to move into the second stage of this challenge where you'll be on balance beams. So get up on your beams. And once everybody has a comfortable position and are ready to go, we will kick off this second stage where you'll be for the remainder of the challenge. It's going to be significantly harder than being on the ground because now you have to worry about your balance, your center of gravity, and the ball and the bow in front of you. Odie having a hard time.
Someone place it on for him?
All right, Lainey has her ball placed. Elise placing her ball. Simone placing it. Sophia's got it placed. Odie.
You got 15 seconds.
Struggling.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this challenge is back on. And Odie is not enjoying it. He immediately steps off, throws his bow away. Odie is not having a good time. Just like that, we are down to 4. Everybody else seems to be doing all right. Challenge is primarily about focus, focusing on that ball and on your balance. An extra layer to consider. Nora lost her focus for a second, and that's how she got lost. So, gotta make sure, keep your focus on that ball at all times. All 4 players looking solid. No movement on this stage so far. Very clear difference to Odie. Lainey with a little bit of movement. Simone with some slight movement. All 4 looking solid, but out of nowhere, Lainey loses it. And we're down to 3. Simone, Sophia, and Elise. Goes to show that just like that, you can be out of this challenge. So you've got to focus. Even when you've got an annoying host chirping in your ear the whole time. Elise looking solid. She has yet to move during this stage at all. Sophia saying that it's cold. But here I am in short sleeves, and you don't see me complaining. Sophia with some movement out of nowhere. Sophia loses it. And now we are down to Simone and Elise. A classic Survivor showdown. Two of the most competitive players on their original tribes now facing off for individual immunity. Elise has not moved this entire stage of the challenge. Neither has Simone. We've now been on this stage for 7 minutes, so 12 minutes total. Elise readjusting ever so slightly. Simone with a very tilted bow. We'll see how that works out for her. Remember, the bow cannot touch your arms. Elise, very straight. Two very different strategies. We'll see which one works out better. Both of them hyper fixated onto the ball in front of them. Because if that ball drops, they will quite literally have dropped the ball in their game. Simone starting to shake a little bit. Ever so slightly shaking. Still anyone's challenge. But how long can you hold this up for? That's the real question. Simone steps off, and just like that, Elise wins individual immunity. Safe from the vote tonight. And just like that, after a very intense immunity challenge, ultimately it was Elise who came out with individual immunity. All right. You will be safe from tonight's vote. You will not be voted out. A 1 in 5 chance of becoming the sole survivor. As for the rest of you, one of you will be the 13th person voted out tonight, 4th member of our jury. Elise, it won't be you. All right, head back to campus. I'll see you at Tribal tonight.
The challenge today, I can't lie, was a bit difficult for me. I'm not the best with my balance, and asking me to balance something in my hands as well as balance on my feet, it's a little bit too much.
So during the challenge today, the last two people standing were me and Elise. And I'm standing there for like, I think they said it was 12 minutes. And I'm thinking, like, at this point, I just wanted Lainey to get out because I think before the challenge even started, everyone was gonna vote her today if she didn't get immunity because she's had immunity for the past 3 weeks in a row. But I'm standing there and I'm thinking, like, I don't really care if Elise wins because I don't think I'm going home tonight, so I'm not, like, dying for immunity. I was like, you know what? What if I just, like, stepped off? And I stepped off the beam and I tried to, like, make it as obvious as possible. But I was really glad that Armand said, oh, Simone stepped off, like he said it out loud. And then I went up to her after the challenge and I like kind of explained it to her and I was like, listen, Odie told me that you didn't trust me and you have every reason not to.
So I have the immunity necklace, so obviously I can't get out. So Simone was like, oh yeah, Elise, I got off the beam on purpose to earn your trust because Odie said you didn't really trust me. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, and let's vote Lainey. And now we can control the whole game and us three, we can go to the final 3. And I'm like, okay.
And she like seemed like she really believed me. Like she was actually getting excited. She was like, oh no, wait, this is so good. Like I would love the final 3 to be me, you and Odie. And so we agreed to vote for Lainey tonight.
Okay, so who are we voting out tonight? Lainey! Yay!
Not quite sure what's gonna happen yet, but Lainey and Nora just asked me to come sit with them in Benson for a bit. So pretty much right after the game, I talked with Odie and Simone, and Lainey has put Simone's name out there before, which both Odie and myself didn't like. I pitched Lainey to them because of that. I know Simone's down and Odie seemed to be down, but then when Lainey and Nora invited me over to Benson, I made sure that they wouldn't pitch Simone. I know, really ironic for me to say after I was gonna vote her one time. That's not happening again. So now I gotta go to Simone and be like, girl, which one do we want to go, Lainey or Odie? Because I would actually personally like Lainey to go because she's won 3 immunity challenges in a row. If she makes it to the end, she's definitely winning that thing. So now I have to make the decision whether I tell Odie that Lainey and Nora have pitched his name.
Hey, the lying gotta stop. The lying gotta stop. Tell me why I'm hearing Lainey want me out. What is this? I've been telling Lainey for weeks I would have worked with her, and I was serious. I genuinely was down to work with Lainey. Lainey has not given me even a second of a reason to actually trust her. It's crazy. Last week she said Simone's name at the last moment, and now apparently she's saying mine. And I know she's gonna be like, oh, I'm just saying your name because I want them to be misled. But if that was the case, then you wouldn't have asked Elise too. It's okay though, because things are still working out how I want. So the goal is right now, Lainey, Noor, then probably Sophia. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to for sure do Sophia. To be honest, I also might be down for Elise, but we're gonna have to see. Lainey, I'm saying this. Why'd you have to lie so much? Like, I genuinely was down to work. Let's just get Lainey out. I want my get back.
We're in the bathroom right now of the library. We talked to Sophia.
And then Simone.
Instigated Odie. Yeah. Then talked to Simone.
I think it would be smartest to get Simone out because she and Sophia think that all the guys are gonna vote for Odie if he makes it final 3, but I don't think they will all vote for him.
I told Lainey that I was down to vote Odie, and I told her that it was because there's all guys on the jury right now, so I figured that like Odie has the best shot winning their vote. Then she believed me, like her and Nora were together when we talked about it.
What if they're just telling us that and they're gonna vote me?
Oh my god, even this paranoid.
What do we do if Simone wins the next challenge?
We take out Sophia.
But then Simone's gonna be in the final 4.
Oh well, let's
do we make a big move to get Simone out?
I think we pretty much settled on backstabbing Simone, although Lainey was communicating with Odie and he does not want to vote Simone out, which means that if we want to pull off voting out Simone, we need to really utilize the element of surprise. So I think the plan right now is to, on the way to tribal, call Odie in like a big rush and be like, oh my god, dude, like we just found out, turns out like you're the vote for tonight, like there's been a switch up, Simone is aligning herself with Sophia instead, and now it's you. See if that works, and if it doesn't, it could like backfire in both of our faces. Anyway, okay, let's update. Bye.
Now bringing in the members of our jury, Devin, William, and Grant eliminated at the last tribal council. I guess I'll let you guys just get comfy, but all right, let's get right into it. Simone, so we're coming off the back of a very unique tribal council where there was no vote. Do you feel like because there wasn't a vote, there's a lot of unreleased tension from the last tribal that might be culminating tonight?
Honestly, no. I think everyone knew how the votes would have gone last time if Grant didn't get voted out, and I think everyone's made their peace with it, and I don't really think it's having an effect on the vote today at all.
How would they have gone?
I'm not gonna say that out loud, but...
Oh, Odie, sure, yeah.
Pretty sure last week they were trying to vote out Sophia because I think everyone wanted a Maui out. At this point, I'm just concerned that I'm the only dude left. I can't lie.
That's true. You are currently the hottest guy on Survivor Santa Clara.
Hey, I'll take it.
You're also the ugliest.
Indeed that.
Yeah, you are the last man standing.
I have been concerned about it in a while. If you look at the trend, it's only been dudes the last couple weeks, so it's definitely a little concerning. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep trying to play a good game and hope I can rely on my small alliances.
Well, Sophia, so as Odie just informed us, it would have been you going home, at least in his opinion. What do you make of that?
I knew it was me. I wore my rat onesie. I went full out. I was like, I accepted my fate at that point. And honestly, I was really surprised that Grant took himself out of the game. So it gave me kind of like a new life in the game in the way of like, I see it differently now. I'm enjoying it for what it is instead of being so stressed about it as I have been in the past, because it's like the most stressful thing in all of my school time.
So you're just here to have a good time now?
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that. Lainey, so also before today's challenge, you felt like you were in danger if you didn't win a necklace. Do you feel that way now?
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen, and I feel like I'm seen as a threat, so.
Why do you feel like you're seen as a threat?
Because I've won twice.
That's fair. Odie, You've won once. Do you feel like you're seen as a threat?
Yeah, I think athletically, I am the one that usually dominates. Last game, sadly, I popped my own balloon, but I think even that game, I was like almost fully convinced I could win. So I always feel like I'm a little bit in danger.
Elise. So Odie and Lainey talked about their threats because they're so physical and they're going to win all these challenges. Do you feel like maybe it's a bit deeper than that?
No.
Oh, it's not deeper than that.
Yeah, like they are threats because they are physical. I
Okay.
agree.
So the making of a threat is someone who's good at challenges.
Definitely part of it. A big part of it, in my opinion.
Nora, what's the other part of it?
I guess the other part of it would be who's good socially and who can find themselves in the middle of the communication and kind of sway the vote.
So whoever's in the middle is a threat.
Socially, yes. Yeah. And I do perceive that to be very strong in comparison to the challenges.
Simone. So Nora brought up the middle a lot there. Does that mean there's two distinct sides, two distinct voting blocks, or is it deeper than that?
I don't think that there's 2 groups. I think that there's very much 6 right now.
6 groups?
I think everyone is taking into account what would be ideal for them going forward, whether who that is that they want in the final 3, and I don't think that everyone is going to be aligned in that sense.
Who do you want in the final 3 with you? Doesn't have to say names.
I just want a good chance, obviously, so people that I feel I would be able to outperform in many different aspects. There's a lot of things to take into account. How the jury feels about the people that you're in the final 3 with.
Elise, you made a face when she said that. How would you answer that question?
I just think it's funny how political the answers at Tribal are.
Okay, so tell me about your final 3. What's your ideal final 3?
The thing that really matters to me is that I'm in the final 3.
So anyone here could be in the final 3 with you?
If they make it.
Odie, okay. What do you have to say?
Honestly, I think my final 3 at this point is probably who I trust. I think at this point, probably everyone here has probably lied at some point to me, so there is a bit of a balance to that, but it's really just who I trust the most and who I feel like has been the most consistent overall.
Nora, let me ask you about the final 3. We've had a lot of varying opinions on what that should look like. What does it look like for you?
I'd like to be up against people I could out-talk in the end. People that maybe aren't in the best favor with the jury.
Do you think the jury doesn't like certain people here?
I mean, the jury's been with us. Each member has competed with us at some point, and now they're here listening to us and attending the challenges and watching. And so I do think people might not be giving them enough credit for what they see and hear.
Sophia, so in the game you're playing now and moving forward, what can you do to optimize your chances of getting a vote from the jury?
You can do different stuff depending on how you're hoping to attract the jury. Like Nora said, she wants to out-talk whoever she's going up against, which is a good way of going about it. Or you want to out-challenge somebody you're going against.
How are you going at it?
Honestly, I'm still deciding that.
Okay, I'm all for self-exploration. Simone, so we're reaching a pretty pivotal point. It's maybe only 2-3 more tribals, and that's the end.
Correct.
Between now and then, what needs to happen for you to win?
People need to be honest with me about the votes going into Tribal, because I've been blindsided so much, and votes have changed 30 seconds before Tribal started. One of those times the votes got changed to my name, which really blindsided me.
Well, if honesty is what you're looking for, if we're listening to what Odie says, you might be cooked. Because he says everyone here is a liar, so.
You're going to have to lie at some point, obviously, but when your back is really against the wall, then I think it's fine. But if you're just lying and scheming back and forth, then I think that's a little alarming.
Elise, before we go down and vote tonight, tell me, what's going to be the most important thing that happens tonight? How is this going to change the game?
I think that this vote is going to help me win.
Oh, I think with that, it is time to vote. Odie, you're up.
I mean, this just makes sense.
you're a serious competitor, and I know that if you make it to the end with me, I will be screwed. I can't compete against that.
I told Odie that you were voting for him, so hopefully everyone flipped and voting for you.
I'll go tally the votes. Once votes are read, the decision made is final. The player who receives the most votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Simone. Second vote, Lainey. Simone. That's 2 votes, Simone. Lainey. That's 2 votes, Simone. 2 votes, Lainey. Lainey. That's 3 votes, Lainey. 2 votes, Simone. 1 vote left. The 13th person voted out Survivor Santa Clara, and the 4th member of our jury, Lainey. Lainey, you need to bring me your torch. Lainey, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, after the next vote, the jury is going to be bigger than the players that are left. Hopefully, your gameplay reflects that. Head back to campus. I have nothing else for you. Good night.
So I got voted out. I tried to make a big move and it blew up in my face, but it's okay. I had a very fun time playing. Props to exec. I'm very excited to be on the jury and hear all the tea, so.